Put your party hat on to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Actually, this is my granddaughter's little hat. It's so dang cute. I can't even stand it. She looks so adorable in it. It was her big sister's and now it's hers. Anyway, today our idiom for supersize your business is to put your party hat on. This is one of those idioms that the origin isn't really clear, but it's suspected to have come about in the 20th century, probably in the United States, where people often donned hats and costumes for different celebrations and for different occasions to have more fun, to join in the festivities, to kind of dress the part of celebrating, to engage people and encourage them to participate in the fun and the festivities and the celebration. So what does this have to do with growing and building and supersizing our business? Well, kind of a lot, actually. I remember when we were kids, back in the day, I'm old enough to remember that when you went to church, you wore a hat. When we were little girls, every Sunday, my mom would dress all four of us up and put us in our little Sunday dresses and our little hats. Now, some of us were a tomboy, and it didn't always work out so well, so we didn't always end up at church in our little dresses and hats. But my mom started us all out that way. But church, for many people, since we're focusing on spirituality this month for the Get Your Goals annual challenge, I like to tie that into the Supersize Your Business. Church and going to church and how we celebrate our religion and our spiritual beliefs is different for each and every one of us, but each different spiritual practice has different rituals and things that they do in order to celebrate. Probably doesn't have much to do with your business unless, of course, you're a religious-based organization or a religious-based company or a spiritual-based company, but it speaks to this idiom. We like to dress the part in order to celebrate. We dress the part and we identify with a lot of different things, a lot of different areas and aspects of our life. And it seems as time goes on, the lines between what isn't acceptable, what isn't professional, those lines blur. I remember when every single day in corporate America, you wore the expected uniform, even though it wasn't a uniform. Remember, I started my career out of college at Procter & Gamble, and you wore either a navy blue or a black suit, everybody. And then you wore a white shirt, and you could dress it up with some kind of a red tie or a red bow tie or something if you really were outrageous. But for the most part, navy, black, white shirt, and ties for gentlemen. Not a lot of funky colors, but if you wanted to, you could get away with red if it was a special occasion or something. So over time, what isn't acceptable changes. Excuse my throat. But I have a lot of fond memories, actually from corporate America, of going to company picnics, going to company picnics and celebrating. One of the most fun things I think about the 80s and 90s and even the 70s, when my dad worked for 3M, every summer, my sisters and I looked forward to going to the company picnic. It was a celebration of our families and work from actually my dad's work. But then as I went to work in corporate America, Procter & Gamble and some of the other big companies I worked for, we had amazing and fun celebrations. I even got to plan some of those for a big newspaper I worked for when I first joined that organization. My first project, it had nothing to do with the department I was running, but my first project, I think it was because I was the only woman, was to plan our family celebration and the open house and the big party that went along with opening the production facility to our families and bringing our families into that, which was a fun celebration. And we all, believe it or not, made paper hats out of newspaper because it was a newspaper for all of our friends and family. So we put on our party hat to enjoy the festivities and have a great time celebrating. So my question for you today is, it's not just for birthday parties. It's not just for Halloween. It's not just for, how many of us have a Santa hat and don a Santa hat to celebrate the Christmas holidays and festivities? I do. I might have more than one. I might have several colored Santa hats. But share in the comments below, what do you do as you're growing and building your business to celebrate along the way, to celebrate the people that you work with, to celebrate your customers, to celebrate the milestones and the successes that you achieve in your business? Because if we don't celebrate those, if we don't acknowledge those and have gratitude for those, guess what? It makes it harder to get the next milestone, the next thing that we want. All right, have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? If we can figure out where it came from exactly, and how might you use it to grow and build and supersize your business right now. Have an awesome day.